Hey everyone, welcome back. So we're all in the midst of the busy Christmas season. So today I have 3 super easy, super festive, quick breads that are perfect for gifting, for sharing, or just enjoying with a cup of coffee or tea. These breads are no yeast, no stress, just delicious. So let's get to baking. First up is a delicious gingerbread with a cream cheese frosting. You will need 1 stick of softened butter and a cup of sugar, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 cup of applesauce, 1½ cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of ginger, and 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg and allspice. Now I have lightly greased 3 mini loaf pans, and I'm weighing out my batter just so that they're evenly distributed. And bake in a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. To make the cream cheese frosting, I have 4 ounces of a softened cream cheese and 1½ cups of powdered sugar. And I'm just blending that powdered sugar into the cream cheese a little bit at a time. I have 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. All right, and then spread that cream cheese frosting right over top of the gingerbread, and I like to add chopped pecans. Next up is a pumpkin bread with a streusel topping. You will need 1/2 cup of coconut oil, 1 cup of sugar, and 2 eggs. And then 1 can of pumpkin puree. A teaspoon of vanilla extract, a teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/2 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. You will need 1 3/4 cup of flour and 1/2 cup of milk. I added half of the flour first, and then the milk, and then the rest of the flour. To make the crumb topping, you'll need 1/2 cup of flour, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and 1/2 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, and 1/4 cup of melted butter. And then bake in a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. And finally, a delicious lemon poppy seed bread. You will need 1/2 cup of coconut oil and 1 cup of sugar, 2 eggs, and 1 teaspoon of almond extract. Then you'll need the zest of about 2 lemons, and then about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Add 2 tablespoons of lemon zest. You'll need 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, and I'm adding just half of it, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and a tablespoon of poppy seeds. Then 3/4 cup of milk, and then I'm gonna add the rest of the flour. Bake in a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. Going to make a lemon glaze. You'll need 1/3 cup of sugar and the 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and the rest of the lemon zest. And then just bring this up until it starts to boil. And then brush over the loaves as soon as they come out of the oven. So I've got all my breads baked, and I've placed them in these cute little mini loaf pans. Now these came with a lid, which I just love because you can stick a bow right on top or a name tag. They're just perfect for gifting. I mean, who wouldn't love to get a homemade loaf of bread as a gift? And another nice thing is they freeze really well, so you can make these ahead and keep them in your freezer until you're ready to give them out. Well, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can see all of my upcoming recipes. God bless, Merry Christmas, and I'll see you next time.